Now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Give us a call tonight, 412-575-2600 is the number. Gene Collier's sitting right next to me, and we're going to be talking about the Steelers and their running back problems right now. No James Conner. The Steelers are still big favorites, so despite missing James Conner, they're 10.5-point favorites, and they've lost their last 3 games in Oakland on the road, and they lost to really bad teams in Oakland on the road. Ben is winless in Oakland. He's looking for his first win. He called it an awesome challenge today when he talked about it. Now, the Steelers are double-digit favorites, but I wouldn't be surprised if this game is relatively close. I mean, you know, I'm saying close. It might be 27-17, something like that. It's going to be right around that number.
10-point win?
It could be a 10-point loss. I mean, have they really proved that they could go to Oakland and win?
I've never seen it. I mean, maybe I've seen the long
95, right?
95. Maybe I was there.
And then they went to Los Angeles for a few years, right? You know, I mean.
Well, they were in Los Angeles in the 80s, so they were back in Oakland by the 90s, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
even at the Los Angeles Raiders, I know I saw a Steelers Los Angeles Raiders game on the West Coast, and I do not remember them winning that one either. So.
Yeah,
it'd be a first for me, like Ben, if they win.
Yeah, I think the Steelers should win, but do they? I mean,
Richie,
I know
the Steelers should win every week. We know that from this show. They are never allowed to lose, and to lose 2 in a row, I mean, this is Armageddon.
3 in a row, maybe to bad teams. Then you don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. If they lose this game, then they don't. You can kiss their playoff hopes goodbye, even if they do make the playoffs, because I don't think you're going far if you lose this game on the road. I understand it's a hostile environment, what they say, but the Steelers are much better than this Raiders team. This Raiders team wants to lose right now. They're trying to lose, right? I mean, they're stacking up draft picks, trading away their best players. It seems like they want to lose. They're tied for the worst record. If the Steelers lose this game, then they don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it. So what do you think they're going to do with the running back position?
Looks like they're going to start Jalen Samuels, see what he does, work Stephen Ridley in there. Maybe they'll get away with it. You can never tell in the National Football League. They are going to miss James Conner, just like they missed Lev Bell.
So an ankle sprain, and we kind of knew that this was coming, right? You could just feel it when they couldn't get Le'Veon Bell to sign, and you knew that James Conner.
You mean something bad was going to happen?
Yeah. Didn't you just know that James Conner was going to get hurt, or didn't feel like that's kind of what everyone's worst nightmare was for Steelers fans? James Conner getting hurt. This is what happens now. The last time Stephen Ridley, they talk about him being a 1,400-yard rusher, but that was in 2012.
A long time ago, yeah.
You know, this is 2018. That's 6 years removed from that. I've seen some good things from him, but I don't know if Stephen Ridley can carry the load. And, Jalen Samuels is a rookie, but maybe he's a better fit for this offense.
It depends on what they want to do. You never know what you're going to see from the Steelers when they, come into a new game plan. They seem to have weird interpretations of what to do against, run defenses, pass defenses, on the road. Who knows? I think we just have to wait and see what happens there.
Do you think the Steelers are in trouble right now before we get to break?
No, I do not. I think they have about a 3-4 chance of winning of being in the playoffs, and I think they have about a 6-10 chance of winning the division. I wouldn't say that's in trouble.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the division. I'd imagine the Ravens are going to go 2-2. I think the Steelers probably will go 2-2 here down the stretch.
And
but
there you have it.
They need to go 3-1, I think, to just solidify the division. But yeah, I'm not throwing away the division yet, but I think that's their best chance to get into the postseason is winning the division because their AFC record is bad, and they've lost to now the Chargers and the Denver Broncos, who have pretty good records for a wild card game and could sneak up on
0-3
them.
against the AFC West.
Yes. All right, we got to take a break. Back with your phone calls and some of your tweets coming up next. 412-575-2600 is the number.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters.